I want to show you something. I want to take my time on this. So there was a moment in that game last night. Don't roll the tape yet. There was a moment in that game last night, and obviously you all saw it, but it needs to be shown again, and let's tell a little story. In the history of the NFL, it used to be called the 2-minute drill. You went without a huddle, and you rushed to the line, and it was fairly chaotic, and the good quarterbacks were like, John Elway was like 50-50 at it. Tom Brady last night got the ball with 2 minutes and 23 seconds buried in their own territory, and let's roll the tape, and here we go. Here's the 2-minute drill. Tom Brady gets it. All right, got a receiver out to the... Okay, they run it right into the line. All right. Let's get in one more play before the 2-minute. Tom walks off the field, basically. Okay, we're that was the play. They didn't even run another play. That was it. Okay. Now let's stop for a second. Okay, let's stop. Hold on. Okay, so now you kind of just wasted 15 seconds. It was just a run into the line. Now what I want to see is the 2-minute warning. Now it starts in earnest. Okay, let's go to the play outside of that now. They come back. Here's the next play. Now we're getting the ball up the field. They ran the ball into the line again. They're just wasting time here. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? They're just wasting time. These are 2 dives, 2 plays, 1 yard. Come on, guys. We've got to get up fast. Oh, they're not getting up fast. They walk to the line for the next play. Okay, here's the next play. Okay, now this puppy. Now we're going to, all right, out to the flat. Get out of bounds. Oh, no, the running back stays in bounds. Okay, rush to the line. Let's hurry. Oh, they're huddling. They're huddling. Oh, wait a minute. I get it. They're trying to eat clock. It is not about if they'll score. They're going to take the clock down to 0. They have 3 timeouts. They didn't need to use any of them. This is how a veteran pilot lands in turbulence. You're freaking out in row 19, and they're saying, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what a surgeon does with blood flying all over an emergency room. You're freaking out. This is what I've been trained to do. 31 other NFL teams, will we score? For Tom Brady, it was not if, it was we want to score and there be 0 seconds on the clock. They didn't use timeouts. The only one they used, they could have spiked. They huddled. They didn't run out of bounds. They run back-to-back dive plays. You know how they say great athletes are in a zone? Tom Brady appears to now be in a 10-year zone. He's taken citizenship in a zone. This should be an instructional video on a 2-minute drill. It was not that long ago when no huddling illustrated the lack of composure for an overwhelming number of teams outside of teams with veteran quarterbacks. That should be in the Hall of Fame. They are eating clock. They are not using timeouts. They are walking to the huddle. They are huddling. They are staying in bounds. They are completely manipulating another NFL team. The nonchalance of that 2-minute drill is something I've never seen. It is staggering. What you're watching is absolutely staggering. Tom Brady has mastered quarterback. A couple years ago, he interviewed with R.J. Glazer, and people were talking about retirement. And Brady, in a moment of clarity and honesty, and it was actually, some would say hubris, but it didn't come off that way. I mean, I'm watching that last night. I've never seen a 2-minute drill like that. They were huddling. They weren't getting out of bounds. They were running dive plays. They were in their own 30-yard line. Here's another play I want to show you. So I want to switch to this. Coming into the year, there were 4 teams that we thought were going to have great defenses. Saxonville, they were going to be great. They were great last year. They were only getting better. Minnesota Vikings, those young guys are only getting better. And we thought Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, they got Michael Bennett. Their pass rush is going to be ridiculous. Fletcher Cox, you can't block him now. And then once Chicago got Khalil Mack, we were like, okay. You're looking at mini Philly, Jacksonville, Chicago. Those defenses, I wouldn't want to face them. And they all got pushed around kind of over the last couple of weeks. There are no great defenses. Last night, what you watched was 43-40, wildly fun. The skill players dominated the game, and you can't turn it off. There is a play I want to show you, though. 5:20 left, fourth quarter. Defensive lineman Breeland Speaks wraps Tom Brady up, and he thinks Brady has thrown the ball. And so he lets go of him. Brady then moves toward the end zone, runs in. Breeland Speaks thinks he has him, but then when Tom motions, he lets go of him. And I could just hear everybody watching that game. Colin, this is what is wrong with the NFL. That a defensive lineman had a sack and let go of him. And to that I say, oh, you mean defensive linemen now have to be thoughtful and strategic and contemplate? It's just not eating up to 340 pounds and squishing people. Yes, we are now asking our defensive linemen to be thoughtful and mindful and strategic and aware of where the ball is. Yes, and by the way, the one team that's had no issue with that late hit quarterback penalty, well, it just happens to be the most mindful, thoughtful, strategic football team in my life, the New England Patriots. The result is 6 weeks in, one quarterback is hurt, Jimmy Garoppolo. Multiple times yesterday, I'm talking a dozen times yesterday, I saw a defensive end or a defensive lineman grab a quarterback, hold him, play is over, and everybody gets paid the same. Nobody gets cut. Nobody gets yelled at. Nobody gets screamed at. Yes, we've always made our quarterbacks think, and our corners, and our Mike linebackers, and our safeties, and our coaches, and our coordinators think, and our centers, and our left tackles think. All sorts of shifting on offense, tight ends, choreography, move up, go over, double motion. Oh, now we actually ask the defensive lineman to think. Strip the ball, perhaps. Grab and hold, not drive Aaron Rodgers into the turf. Tackling now in football, when it comes to tackling the quarterback, is like sound mixing at the Oscars. Necessary, but a means to an end. Okay, as long as nobody gets hurt. Ratings are up, quarterbacks are healthy, and oh, by the way, Sunday Night Football was Mahomes and Brady putting on a clinic. And the reason Monday Night Football will not be as good tonight, it could easily be Garoppolo and Rodgers, but it'll be Rodgers and C.J. Beathard. Now, Garoppolo did not get hurt in the pocket, and not every quarterback does get hurt being squished by a defensive lineman. But it takes 2 or 3 to ruin a Monday Night Football game. If Garoppolo wasn't hurt, we'd go from Brady and Mahomes to Rodgers and Garoppolo. That's exactly what the NFL wants. And if it means a couple of times a year, a defensive lineman thinks he has a sack, lets go, and the quarterback runs in for a score late in a fantastic NFL game, then so be it. I will take Breeland Speaks messing up, feel bad for the kid, good, young, talented kid from, I think, Ole Miss. I feel bad for him. I do. He thought he was done. I'll take that every weekend. In fact, I'll take that 30 times a year over watching C.J. Beathard against Aaron Rodgers tonight, which I'm not even sure by halftime if you'll want to keep watching it. Football at its best is thoughtful and strategic, and you watch as a fan and you play along with it, and we've asked everybody to always do that. Gosh, how terrible. Now we ask the big uglies up front defensively, they've got to be thoughtful too. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.